Hey guys, so I'm switching things up a little bit. At the start of each week, we're going to do this coach's overview video where I talk through the sessions, the build and sweat classes, and give you a little walkthrough of what you're going to be doing in your build, what you're going to be doing in your sweat. And you can watch this all at the start of the week, and then they'll also be edited into each separate day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way through the week on each one. So kicking things off on Monday, it is bank holiday, but we're still going to start with it. Build session, you have an EMOM for 10 minutes, 5 front squats on the minute for 10 minutes, so super simple. You want to pick a challenging weight, but something you think you can sustain for 10 sets of 5. You could either go with barbell, double kettlebell, or double dumbbell, completely your choice. Make it challenging, make sure you keep to your positions and you keep a controlled tempo and you don't rush through the reps. I would pick a weight where you could do normally about 10 reps. So maybe if you were doing 4 or 5 sets, you would do 4 or 5 sets of 10 with this weight. So when you're doing 5 on the minute, it's going to be the right weight. You're probably going to have about 30-35 seconds rest with each one, so not much rest. So yes, go heavy, but keep in mind it's going to get a little bit gassy. Monday sweat, we have 3 5-minute AMRAPs. Starts with 40 air squats, 30 dumbbell snatch, 20 jumping split lunges, and 10 hang power cleans. Then in remaining time of the 5 minutes, you are to AMRAP calories on your machine. Go hard in that AMRAP, try and hit something really ambitious and then stick to that through all 3 rounds. After the 5 minutes, you're gonna have a 2.5 minute rest. So it's a 2-to-1 work to rest ratio for 3 total rounds with this. Starting with air squats, we typically haven't been doing air squats in a workout. So yes, keep a fast cadence, but make sure you're keeping your depth, full range of motion, all the way down, all the way back up. Dumbbell snatch, you're switching hands with each one. You can do that on the floor, you can do it on the way down. Key to remember, both heads of the dumbbell need to touch the floor and you need a nice locked out arm overhead. And as well, really focus on keeping a long, flat back through this and not rounding your back in the bottom. You've got to remember to brace as if you were doing a heavy deadlift off the floor. Jumping split lunges, this can be scaled back to just normal reverse lunges. If you are jumping, think about staying nice and tall with your torso and bracing and not letting your knees slam into the floor. So you're gonna have to de-accelerate the jump and use your leg muscles to do that. 10 hang power cleans, pick a challenging weight where you're unsure maybe if you're gonna be able to do the 10 unbroken by the time you get down to them, and then just go hard on the machine for the remainder, because that 2.5 minute rest is fairly big, a fairly big rest, so you should be able to recover nicely within that to then hit the intensity on the next round. Tuesday, today with build, we have a push focus. We're doing 4 working sets. Movement number 1 is your dumbbell floor press. Typically with our upper body, we go AMRAP -1, so we're doing that today. Rep range given is 8 to 15 reps, so pick a weight where you're gonna fall within there, but it's gonna be that AMRAP -1, so you're taking it all the way to failure with only 1 rep left in the tank by the end of that set. Immediately then into a push-up set. Again, it's an AMRAP -1, but your hands are gonna be on your dumbbells with that. Really focus on good quality reps. So if you're not getting many, I'd prefer you've got good quality rather than quantity with this. If you need to scale this down, you can drop to your knees or we can sort out a different scale. And then rest as needed after the dumbbell push-ups before starting your next set, probably a minute or 2 before you're gonna get back into the next set. Things to think about on the dumbbell floor press are nice controlled descent, not rushing that, so your triceps, your elbows are not banging into the floor, and then getting a really nice squeeze at the top and maybe pausing for a second at the top. So think about a nice slow tempo with this. Same thing on the push-ups, keep a nice controlled tempo, and those dumbbells are gonna force your elbows to be tucked into the side, which is a really strong position and the position we want to build in our push-up. Moving on to Tuesday sweat. 0 to 10 minutes, you're gonna do 9, 15, 21 of bar over burpees, push press with either a barbell or double dumbbell, your choice on that, and then calories on your machine. Once you've completed that, so you're gonna go 9 of all, 15 of all, 21 of all, you rest the remainder of the 10 minutes. Then at 10, you have another 10-minute window to complete the opposite way now, 21, 15, 9 of the exact same movement in the exact same format. Both are for time, the 0 to 10 and the 10 to 20. You're trying to complete that full time or trying to beat that 10-minute time cap. Things to think about on that bar over burpee is just try and keep a metronome movement with that. Push press, make sure you go into a full lockout. I would be picking a weight where that 21, I'm probably gonna break into 2 sets, maybe like an 11 and a 10. I wouldn't really be picking a weight where you're confident you can go through 21 unbroken. You've probably gone a little bit light if you have done. Wednesday's build, we've got a back focus. First movement is your deadlift. 10 reps on the deadlift today, so quite a lot of reps. You're really gonna have to focus with your form, your technique, keeping your back nice and long, utilizing your hamstrings and your glutes. From the 8 reps we did last week, I would probably try and stick with the same weight, and therefore the progression in it is in those 2 more reps. Following that, we've got a lat row, dumbbell or kettlebell lat row. So single arm row, hand on your box, nice long flat back again, and you're rowing that piece of equipment towards your hip and really utilizing your lat muscle. It's the same reps as last week with this movement, so I would try and progress and go a little bit heavier if possible with that. Really focus on a good squeeze, don't rush through them, don't add any momentum to them. 4 working sets through this. Sweat today, you've got to work out for time. It is 30, 20, 10 of kettlebell swings. Now these are programmed as full overhead swings, but you can change those to Russians if you wish. Followed by 50 double unders or 75 single unders after every set. So you would do 30 swings, 50 double unders, 20 swings, 50 double unders, 10 swings, 50 double unders. Then you're straight into another couplet where it's 10, 20, 30 now of thrusters. Now these are programmed with the barbell, but you can go double dumbbell with these, followed by the same skips again. So you're gonna go 30 thrusters, 50 double unders, 20 thrusters, 50 double unders, 10 thrusters, 50 double unders, done. Weights today on both the kettlebell and the thruster. I would pick a weight where you have to break both those movements on the 30 reps into about 2 sets. The nice drop in reps with each round should allow you to keep pushing the intensity and keep changing it, and then when you switch movements, it kind of hits a different muscle group, so you can carry on chasing that intensity with this one. Thursday, build today, we've got a 2-parter. Part A, we have 3 sets, 5 barbell strict press. Lower reps than we've been doing recently on the strict press, so a chance to go a little bit heavier, chase some strength, still treat it like an AMRAP -1. Following that, you've got 20 V-ups. Now that's that explosive core movement where we bring our hands and our feet together before bringing them back down towards the floor. Few scales for this, we could go a tucked V-up, or we could go a jackknife where we slow it down a little bit. Pick a suitable scale where you can get through the 20 unbroken. You could even mix and match. You could start with the V-up and drop to the tuck as you fatigue through this. 3 sets working back and forth, resting as needed. Those strict press are heavy, so you're gonna want to have a good 2 minutes or plus rest after each set with those, and you can do the V-ups during that rest. Part B, we're still strict pressing. We're on a dumbbell strict press now. Contrast, we're going nice and light. 10 to 15 reps is programmed, and it should be AMRAP -1 still, so you're still pushing the intensity and working really hard. That is a double dumbbell. Still thinking about the same things, standing nice and tall, keeping our glutes squeezed and pressing those dumbbells up overhead to a lockout, bringing them back down all the way to one head of the dumbbell touches your shoulder. Now the core movement following this is gonna be a piked leg lateral raise where you can pop a dumbbell on the floor, hands are towards your knees and you're trying to stay nice and upright with your torso, and you're in a bit of a piked position, keeping your legs as straight as possible and bringing them up over your dumbbell and to the side and going back and forth either way with that. It's gonna be 10 in either direction to make the 20, and you have 3 sets of this as well. Same sort of thing as part A. You are resting about 2 minutes between the dumbbell strict press, and you're getting those pike leg raises in during that rest. Thursday sweat, we've got calories for time on your machine, 100 for ladies, 125 calories for men. So you're chasing that number down for time, and you're gonna leave your monitor on, and once you hit that number of calories, you are done. However, every 2 minutes, starting at the very start of the workout, you have a little complex to do with the dumbbell. It is 8 reps of the complex, and it starts with hands on the dumbbells for a push-up, followed by a renegade row to either side, and then you're gonna jump your feet up, set your back, and then you're gonna clean and jerk a single dumbbell, so onto the shoulder, and then dip and drive overhead, back down to the floor, and you're alternating arms with the dumbbell each time. 8 reps of that, so it'd be 4 to either side with those clean and jerks, and then you can get on your machine, crank away on the calories. 2 minutes comes around, stop your calories, continue with the 8 dumbbell complex before getting back on and getting through those calories. You're gonna keep doing that until you've completed those calories, 100 for ladies, 125 for men, or you're gonna get time capped at 18 minutes. Finishing out the week, Friday, build session today. We got some heavy work on our legs. We have reverse lunges, holding either a pair of kettlebells or a pair of dumbbells by your side. You're gonna do 10 reverse lunges, but only on one leg. So you're stepping back on one leg for 10 reps. You're gonna rest a minute, then you're gonna do the other side. You're gonna rest a minute. You're gonna do that for a total of 4 sets. So a decent amount of lunges today. And I want these to be heavy. I've broken it into just one side, some rest, and just the other side, so that it's less about getting really out of breath and really gassed from these, and it's more about really getting some adaptation in the legs. So push the weight, go heavy. That being said, I still want you to do a controlled rep and only lightly touching your knee to the floor with each one. So you've got to keep a lot of tension through your legs to control the down phase of each lunge. And finishing out the week, Friday sweat session, every 6 minutes for 4 rounds. You are going to do 40 calories for ladies, 50 calories for guys on your machine, so a big chunk of reps, followed by 20 burpee box jumps, chest to floor on the burpee, jumping onto your box, standing nice and tall at the top and stepping down with each one. You can of course scale that to a lower height jump or stepping up onto the box. Once you're done, you'll rest the remainder of the 6 minutes, so the faster you move, the more rest you're going to get. This one's all engine. Hope you had a good week.